In today's video, we are going to be making some viral TikTok recipes. I've got 3 healthy snack recipes and we're going to be trying them out to see if they're actually as nice tasting as the TikTokers are saying. So, without further ado, grab yourself a drink and let's get on with the video. We're going to jump straight into it. The first recipe I'm going to try with you all today is the viral date bark. You've probably seen this. This kind of came around probably about a few months ago now, but people are still absolutely loving this recipe. It gets so many views, so many hits. It's really good because it's a few ingredients. It's super natural for your body. There's no added sugar to it. So we're just going to try it out, and people that are doing like loads of variations of this now, and I personally have made something like this in the past. I actually did a previous video doing healthy date snacks. I will link that up at the top. That was a bit more work. You had to like blend the dates, whereas this, you literally have to do like no processing whatsoever. So let's see how this turns out. I've just got my recipe up on my laptop here. You're going to want some medjool dates, some peanut butter, dark chocolate, almonds, some sea salt, that's completely optional. Then you're also going to want a baking sheet, some greaseproof paper and a glass. First thing I'm going to do is just line my baking sheet. I'm just going to weigh the corners down with some of the bits that I don't need yet. Then it says 24 medjool dates pitted. So I'm literally just going to, hopefully you can see, I'm just going to like split that in half like that. And then you can easily just peel the stone out. I'm going to pop that in that glass and lay it on my baking tray. So I'm just going to repeat this for 24 days, just taking the stones out. And I'm laying it so the inside is facing up. Okay, so I haven't done all 24. I've just done 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Testing my maths there. So I've put those on the baking tray, and then I'm going to use the base of my glass, and it says just to like almost smush them down. Then it says to drizzle with peanut butter and sprinkle with chopped almonds. And then now, probably in the same jar that I melted the peanut butter in, or the jar, mug, I'm gonna melt my dark chocolate. Now it says 4 ounces of dark chocolate melted. I have no idea what that is in grams, so I'm just going to use 100 grams of dark chocolate melted. Always have a towel on hand, guys, while you're doing this, because chocolate gets everywhere. Now it does say flaky sea salt, but I don't have any of that. I've just got this rock salt in a grinder, so I'm just going to do a little bit of that on the top, like that. Now, I feel like there's really nothing to not like about this. If you like dates, if you like nuts, if you like peanut butter, it's kind of a win-win scenario. We're just going to pop this in the freezer. This is how it is looking currently. So we'll pop this in the freezer. We'll move on to the next TikTok viral recipe, and then we'll come back to this at the end once they're all done. Okay, this next TikTok viral recipe is the raw cookie dough. So this is a healthy chickpea cookie dough recipe. This has gone viral, and I have seen some really mixed reviews on it. I've seen a few people try it and they say it doesn't taste nice at all, but this recipe that I found online has 533 votes and they have said it is all 5 stars. So I thought we may as well put it to the test and see for ourselves how this turns out. You want 1.5 cups of chickpeas or white beans. I've gone for chickpeas because they are higher protein content, and you want to drain them and thoroughly wash them. So I'm just going to drain this out. You can save the aquafaba and make like vegan meringue, but I don't have time to do that today. So we're just going to drain these out and wash them. Oh, this is super easy. So you literally put all the ingredients, bar the chocolate chips, in a food processor or a blender. I do have a NutriBullet, but it is not here currently. So I've just got this other quick blender. So hopefully it'll get through it all okay. I have got my chickpeas. Then it says 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda. Now it just says sweetener of your choice, but doesn't say how much. So I've gone for, she says you can use maple, actual sugar, agave, honey, etc. I've gone for maple just because I have some that I need to use up, but I'm not sure how much to add, so I'm going to add a tiny bit, and then once it's blended I can always taste it and re-add some if I feel like it needs it. And then it also says you need 2 to 3 tablespoons of quick oats, almond flour or flax meal. And finally, some milk. Only if needed. I am going to add a bit because I don't think this blender is going to get through it without any liquid. So I'm just going to add a tiny dash. It's definitely not as thick as I would have liked, but obviously I had to add more milk. That was just because of my blender. Do you know what though? It's not cookie dough, but if you don't mind healthier tasting options, it's really not half bad. As I've been washing up, I've been eating it. I tell you what though, it is quite sickly. I've not had any of the dark chocolate chips to it because I think it's actually going to be really nice dunking like carrots in it, which is really weird considering it's meant to be cookie dough flavour. But I feel like it's just reminding me too much of hummus, but it doesn't have like the garlicky taste that hummus does. I really don't know what to make of this. Like, it's not bad, but it's not cookie dough, but it almost semi is. So I really don't know. Like, I'd recommend trying it. I feel like if I froze it, that could be quite nice and turn it into like a cookie dough ice cream. Maybe. I mean, it has the texture of cookie dough. I mean, as a healthy cookie dough version would go, I'd probably give it like a 6 out of 10 maybe. I'm not going to be rushing to make this again, but like as like a little snack, if you've got some like plain tortilla chips, or if you've got some apple dipped in that, that would be such a nice snack. I think I'm going to do that as my work snack tomorrow. Chopped apple dipped in that. Sorted. Okay guys, yes, I am using this. I have washed it out a little bit, but it still has a bit of the cookie dough chickpea residue on. Don't come for me. I just can't be bothered to properly wash it out and then get it dirty again. But the final recipe, which I am sure you've all seen, again, it is marketed as low ingredients, low calories, high protein, all the usual marketing jargon that draws people in. I actually do approve of this though, because if it tastes nice, it is a great source of protein, but at the same time, if you want ice cream, just get ice cream, you know? Like, just indulge, let yourself have the ice cream. It's not going to harm you at the end of the day. But for the sake of this video, we are going to try this TikTok healthy ice cream. So this is called the cottage cheese ice cream, which sounds absolutely rank, but we're going to see what the crack is with it anyway. So it says 15 ounces of whole milk cottage cheese. I'm just reading off my laptop here. So I googled it and that's around about 400 and odd grams of cottage cheese. So I have two 250 ones. So it says to use, ooh, that had a hair on it. It says to use full fat, which I completely agree with, because if you're using the lower fat version, it is probably going to crystallize more in the freezer when you're doing it. And then it says it gives you 1, 2, 3 different flavour variations. So there is strawberry cheesecake, banana cream pie and peanut butter chocolate. I am going to make the strawberry one, so I have got some fresh strawberries here. I'm not going to do strawberry cheesecake though, because I don't want to add any like graham crackers in it. I don't know what the equivalent of those will be in the UK, so I'm just doing like a strawberry ice cream basically. Again, this would work loads better in a food processor because you're not trying to get it into the narrow top of the blender. But also, not everyone has a food processor, so I'm just trying to show that literally anyone and their dog can make this. Speaking of dogs, I do not know where mine has gone. I think he's gone outside. I am making and trying these so you don't have to, guys, because at the end of the day, you're still spending money on this, so you want to make sure that it's right. There's nothing more disheartening when you've bought all the ingredients, you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to be like a healthy girl, make these viral TikTok recipes because everyone seems to be liking them, and then you make them and you're just like, well, why did I spend the money on that? I'm not sure how my blender's going to cope blending this, but we will try. So I have my cottage cheese in there. It says to add a 1/4 cup of honey. So I have some very crystallized honey here. So I'm hoping I can just use this up in it. And then while that's melting, I've just pre-chopped some strawberries. So I've not cut them in halves or anything. I've literally just taken the stalks off them. And she says to add around about ½ cup of fresh strawberries, not frozen. If this actually works, this is going to be so great because I always buy, hang on, let me shut the microwave. You can probably still hear it whirring, but I always buy the local ice creams, and one, they are so expensive. Two, they contain so many artificial sweeteners. They are so bad for your gut microbiome, but your gal just buys them anyway because I can't be sitting and eating a whole tub of ice cream. So if this does work, and it literally has 3 ingredients in it, cottage cheese, strawberry and honey, we're on to a winner. I think that is all blended up. So it says literally just to blend until silky smooth and then fold in the topping ingredient of your choice. Oh, maybe I don't think I was meant to blend in the strawberries. I just wanted a strawberry flavoured ice cream. This actually looks so nice. Oh, it literally just tastes like strawberry cheesecake. I think this might work, guys. The thing is, it depends on the texture of the ice cream, because if it is crystallised, that is really like just not a vibe. I might actually just chop up some strawberries and dot them into the mix as well. So I'm going to pop this into a Tupperware. I think that is like the perfect size for it. And then just to use some of these strawberries up, I'm just going to cut them into small chunks and just dot them through the ice cream, I think. I think it'll be quite nice. Okay, so it's just started torrential raining, so if you can hear that, I am sorry. But this is what I don't want to tip it. This is what oh my god, can you hear that? It said we were going to get a thunderstorm today. Maybe that's what Woody was barking at. He could hear it. I'm just going to have to keep filming and hope you can't hear it. But this is what the ice cream is looking like. I think it says to freeze it for 3 to 4 hours. So what I'm going to do is pop that in the freezer. We'll come back to it, see what it's looking like, and we will do a taste test. But hopefully our date bark will have set, so I can show you that now. Okay, the date bark has set. I'm just gonna peel it off of the tray. So obviously some of the peanut butter has come through. This is what it is looking like. This looks really, really yummy. So I'll show you what this looks like up close, and I will break some off so you can see it. The dates look so nice and golden on the back, and I have a feeling that this is going to be one of my new favourite snacks. So I just broke that off, obviously, in front of the camera, and hopefully you can see the gooey cashew butter. So I'm just going to break a bit off and give this a taste test. The date, the chocolate, the crunch of the almonds, the cashew butter I think would have tasted better for peanut butter, but that's just my personal preference. I prefer peanut butter over cashew butter. But do you know what really elevates this? The salt. That salt just cuts through like the bitterness of the dark chocolate, the sweetness of the date. That is so nice. This deserves the hype it gets on TikTok. This is insane. This is like my favourite thing I think that I have made. And that's saying a lot. Like, I will link the recipe in the description box down below, so do check that out. But this is so good. Okay, I need to put this away so I don't keep eating it. Okay, I am currently looking at this because we are dashing out, but I realised, oh, also the dishwasher launch, you can probably hear it. I never ended the last video and I never showed you what the cottage cheese strawberry cheesecake ice cream turned out like. So this is what it is looking like. It's really quite crystallized on top. As you can see, like I've taken a bit out there, and that is like what the texture is looking like. Now this has been out for a hot minute. This has been out for, I want to say 30 minutes defrosting, and it is still, it's like really crystallized. I don't know whether you can see it. It's just not a flat around angle for me, but I can get it out. I mean, don't get me wrong, it tastes delicious. It is super creamy. And for a high protein ice cream, it is really nice, but I am not going to be waiting around for 30 minutes for my ice cream to defrost. So I feel like there needs to be a better version of this. If I had a Ninja Creamy and could like freeze it like this and then blend it in the Ninja Creamy, I think that would be amazing. But for someone who doesn't have one, it's a win because it tastes delicious, but it is just really crystallized, and for having to defrost it for 30 minutes, it's just not that great. But sorry to end the video like this, I completely forgot to end it properly and do a taste test. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button also, and if you want to see more videos like this, comment down below. Thanks guys, bye!